Alright, we're on the play for game 2. This hand, while having 2 Delver of Secrets, which is my surprise tech, is not good because I can't play them on turn 1 off of the Sulfur Files, and I also don't have any cantrips to help find land. So I'm going to go ahead and mulligan this. This hand is much more reasonable. It's only a 1-lander, but I can play Delver of Secrets on turn 1, and then on turn 2 I can sleight of hand for a second land, and then cast Goblin Guide, and hopefully attack for 5. So I'm going to keep this. My opponent keeps on 7, and I keep this hand. I lead Scalding Tarn into Steam Vents because I know my opponent is not going to be putting me under any pressure, at least not my life total. So I just lean Steam Vents, Delver of Secrets. I like playing Delver of Secrets as early as possible to give it as many turns to flip. So he casts Thoughtseize, which is I'm actually okay with that because it deals 2 damage to him, and with the new configuration of the deck, I'm very concerned about his life total. And he takes Sleight of Hand, which I argue is a mistake. I think he should have taken Goblin Guide because Goblin Guide just puts him under so much pressure. He's trying to mana screw me by taking Sleight of Hand. So here's the Delver trigger. As we can see, it flips on Serum Visions, which is great because that helps me find the land that I'm looking for. Rather than gamble on Serum Visions, here I play Goblin Guide. Okay, so if I cast Serum Visions and I find a red source, I draw a red source naturally, and then I get to scry 2. Then that's great. I get to cast Goblin Guide, attack for 5, whatever. But here I'd rather just cast Goblin Guide because there's no guarantee, and it's actually unlikely that I find a land off of Serum Visions. With only 20 lands in the deck, I have a 1/3 chance of this paying off. So here I just cast Goblin Guide and put him under more pressure and attack for 5 on turn 2, which I'm sure wasn't what he was expecting. He gets to draw a Scalding Tarn, but I'm not too concerned. I'm just concerned if he can stop my onslaught. So here I draw a Remand. I think I go ahead and cast Serum Visions. I should have actually just attacked before combat and held up Burst Lightning in case he casts Snapcaster to block my Goblin Guide. But I cast Serum Visions hoping to hit a land here. I do find a land, but I won't be able to play it this turn. So I just put it on top of my deck. And I believe I put the Lightning Bolt on bottom because I already have 2 burn spells in my hand. So I go ahead and attack for 5. And my opponent reveals Dismember, which is pretty poor for him here. He either has to cast a 3-mana removal spell or take 4 damage, and he's already at 8. So he draws for his turn. He goes ahead and fetches the Plains, obviously not getting a shock land there. He doesn't want to take any more damage than he has to. And he dismembers my Delver of Secrets. Well, I'm kind of okay with that because I still have Goblin Guide on the field. He's at 5 and a virtual 3 from Burst Lightning. So I'm going to go ahead and play the island and attack for 2. I see Mystical Teachings. I totally don't care. The game isn't going to last that long anyway. So he just passes. On his end step, I have the opportunity. What's going on here? I think the program is trying to catch up. Oh wait, there we go. Okay, so here I have the opportunity to cast Thought Scour and leave my Goblin Guide unprotected, but I actually think it's better just to leave mana up and untap, and attack again, leaving Remand up, because the Goblin Guide is a sure 2 points of damage, and that plus Searing Blaze should be able to kill my opponent. So just to be sure, I don't cast Thought Scour here, leaving up Remand the entire time. I draw another Searing Blaze, which is pretty redundant. I go ahead and attack, revealing Snapcaster Mage. Not concerned again. What does he do here? He casts Celestial Purge, which I remand, and I draw another Remand. So he's going to be able to Celestial Purge my Goblin Guide here, but he's at 3, and well, I have a handful of burn. So yeah, draw a Misty Rainforest. I go ahead and Thought Scour here, which he actually counters, which is kind of strange. I guess he hasn't seen my hand, he doesn't know what's in it. He might think that I need the land. That's another reason to play Thoughtscour before my Misty Rainforest in case I can bait out a counterspell. Unfortunately, Searing Blaze requires a creature to target, so I can't just kill him here, but we'll see that that's not going to be too much of an issue. Here on his end step, I just cast Burst Lightning at him because I don't see any reason not to. Also, it makes Searing Blaze lethal when not landfalled. So he goes Snapcaster, Mana Leak. I'm okay with that countering my spell. And then on my turn, I just crack the Misty Rainforest, get a Steam Vents untapped, and cast Searing Blaze landfalled for lethal. Alright, on to game 3.